Good morning. Hello, hello. We're getting ready to start our Bible reading here in just 2 seconds. I'm just going to share it out really fast. Mhm. Okay. Good morning. How are you, Lisa Marie? Hello, hello. Good morning. All right, guys, we are live. Let's go. Hey, Chasing the Cross. How are you today, Kale? How's life be lifing right now? Is it going good? We are getting ready to start our morning Bible reading here in like 2 seconds. I just got to get everything opened up and shared out and all the things. Is life in? Is it good life in though? It seems like you guys are doing good. Why is this not working? Because it's dead? Great. Good morning, Tanya. Hey, girl. Hey. How are you? Um, Kale, are you still in here? I think he is. Yeah, I don't think you've heard my news. I don't think. Why? Why are you not working? Hopefully by the end of this year, or not by the end of this year, but within the next year, I will be a pastor at my church. Hey, welcome in, Luna. Thank you for the heart, me girl. How are you? Hi, Lyric. Good morning. Right, Gail. Isn't that cool? So, yeah. It would be hopefully, if all goes well, it'll be a family life pastor. And yeah, it's super exciting and a little crazy and not anything I ever thought was ever going to happen, but I'm really excited. So, good morning, Luna. How are you, girl? So, we are getting ready to start our Bible reading. We are in the book of, I think, Matthew. Thank you, Lyric. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think we're in Matthew. I always forget where we're at and I have to look. But I am trying to get YouTube settled here and then we're going to get going. So, what are you guys up to today? Today is Friday. Does everybody have to work or does anybody get like the day off? What are we up to today? Anything fun? Thank you, Kale. I'm really excited, sir. I really am. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. Nervous as all get out at the thought of it, but I'm excited. Okay, where is I want my videos. Your channel. That's what I want. There we go. Live. There we go. I can watch my own live so I can watch the comments. Sweet. I am from Missouri, guys. Whoever asked on YouTube, I'm from Missouri. You're working now. Yep, that's me today. I have to work, and I don't know if I have to train again today. I've been training for the last 2 days, which is a little weird. Because I've only been there like 6 months, but I've been training somebody new to do my job. So it's been a little interesting. But I've been doing that the last 2 days. We don't have enough work for us both to do, so he's just having me sit with her to make sure she's trained fully. Does anybody have any good plans tomorrow? My boys are coming home today. I'm so excited. I miss my babies. I'm so excited that they're coming home. Love it. Thank you for the heart, me, sweetie. I appreciate you. Hi, Jasmine. Good morning. Okay, guys. You know what I did? I did not look up what this plan was. Okay, wait. Bible plan. Bible in a year, both Old and New Testament at the same time. Let's see what it gives me. Because I forgot I looked this up and I screenshot it, but then I never wrote it down. Hey girl, hey, a vet appointment and organizing my house. Hey, welcome in. How are you? To a vet appointment and organizing your house. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not really, but a little. Okay, so let's see where we have read in Genesis. What have we read so far, guys? Anybody remember where we left off in Genesis? We left off at Genesis 20, I think. No, 21. I think we left off at Genesis 21. So, or maybe it was Genesis 20. I think it was Genesis 20. So we need to read Genesis 20 through 22 today. So we're going to read that because we already read Matthew 6. That's where we left off yesterday. So we're going to read Genesis 20 through 22. So if you guys want to follow along and get out your Bibles, that's where we're going to be. I need to turn on the music and then we're ready. Is the fan noise too loud? If it is, let me know. I'm sorry, Jasmine, I didn't see what you said. I like your glasses. I'm not pretty, I'm a boy. Thinking you think, wow, thanks. Okay. My name is Jennifer. I'm a Christian content creator on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all the things. I'm a live host. I go live every day, just about on both. And I own an agency on TikTok. I read Bible studies and Bible morning. In the morning we read the Bible, and then in the evening we do Bible studies. So that is who I am, Jasmine. Yeah. Jasmine, I don't know who he is, but okay, yeah. I agree. Hey, we just talked about that yesterday in this room, though. We were not supposed to call people idiots. So there you go. Anyways, moving on. All right, you started a cleaning list last night and actually made some progress. Nice, girl. I did. So I spent hours yesterday making a video for one of my creators, and I was so proud of it, how it turned out. I posted it and then realized that it was playing something in the background that it wasn't supposed to be playing the entire video. And I didn't know it because I was listening to it on side. I wasn't listening to it when I made the video because I was working, so I didn't have like the sound on. So I didn't realize that there was something playing in the background. So I had to delete it and start it over, and I fell asleep working on it last night. And yeah, I just gave up. We're just gonna redo it again today. So that really stinks, but it's okay. All right, so moving on. I am going to be muting Nolo, whoever you are. You're not gonna come in here and pick on people, okay? So we're gonna mute you for the moment. You can take a break. All right, sounds great. All right, moving on. So let's go. I'm gonna say a prayer and then we're gonna read Genesis 20, okay? You're welcome, Jasmine. Sorry about that, sweetie. I don't have a moderator, so and my camera is being recorded on my tablet, but my tablet, the live chat doesn't show up, so I'm having to read my computer monitor above me at the same time. So that's what all that is. If you guys can do me a favor on TikTok, can you guys share me out really quick? We don't have a whole lot of people in here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to share it out too. So I'm going to share it out and we're going to say a prayer. So good morning, Lord. Thank you so much for this morning, Lord. I just want to take a second and thank you for waking us up, for bringing us back to earth every morning with you. Thank you for giving us another day to spend time with you, to share your word, to love on you, and to just be in relationship with you every day, Lord. I just thank you. I thank you for the life that you have provided us, for the amount of effort and thought you went into making this world amazing for us. And I just want to take a moment for that. And Lord, I want to ask that throughout this live that you bring those that need to hear this message into the room. Help bring new friends in here, Lord. Friends that need to hear about God more, that maybe don't normally. And just be present in the room today, if you don't mind, Lord. I would really, really, truly appreciate it. I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, Lord, can I ask for a blessing over my friends that come in here today? Let them have their ears open and their eyes open and their minds open so they can hear what they need to hear and learn something good from this. I thank you for everything you do, and I love you so very much. In Jesus' name, I pray these things. Amen. All right, I got to share it out. Hey, Ed, what's up, man? All right. So, hi, Snowball. Welcome in. Let's go. We're going to read Genesis 20. That's where we're at today. Genesis 20 through 22. I'm going to turn the volume up on the sound a little bit here. Oh, it was like on mute. That's why. Too loud. There we go. All right. How's that sound wise, guys? Can you guys hear it okay? Good morning, Ed. How are you, sir? All right. Let me know if you guys can hear that okay or if it's too loud. All right. So Genesis 20, it says, Abraham moved south to the Negev. We're gonna say it's called Negev. I'm thinking that's how you say it. I thank you, Snowball. I like that so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have made, if you guys don't know, I have made this little fun joke that if I don't know how to say the word, I'm gonna say Nemo or Fabio or Harpo or Chico or something like that. Like Dory did, and it's just a fun little thing. If I can't say the word, we're throwing out a random extra word, okay? Or I'm gonna try to say it, and if it's not right, I'm sorry I try. So, it's okay. I am doing good, Ed. I'm doing good. I woke up a little bit late, but I got almost live, almost on time today. It was only a few minutes late, so I was proud of myself. I forgot to set my alarm though, and I woke up at 5:50, and I'm supposed to be live at 6. So it was good stuff. All right, so Abraham moved south to Negev and lived for a while between Kadesh and Shur. And then he moved on to Nemo, Gerar or something, I don't know. While living there as a foreigner, Abraham introduced his wife Sarah by saying, "She is my sister." I think we read this, but I'm not sure, so we're going to read it again. I live in Missouri, Snowball. I live in Missouri, in the United States. Um, so King and Abimelech of Gerar sent for Sarah and had her brought to him as at his palace. But that night God came to Nemo in a dream and told him, "You are a dead man, for that woman you have taken is already married." But Nemo had not slept with her yet. So he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Didn't Abraham tell me she is my sister?" And she herself said, "Yes, he is my brother. I acted in complete innocence. My hands are clean." In the dream, God responded, "Yes, I know you are innocent. That's why I kept you from sinning against me and why I did not let you touch her. Now return the woman to her husband, and he will pray for you, for he is a prophet. Then you will live." I love that God was so gracious like that, right? No, I don't have Telegram, Snowball. My girls are already causing chaos this morning. Tanya, remind me today to tell you what I found in Matthew's phone last night. Okay? Okay. All right. Says, "Then you will live, but if you don't return her to him, you can be sure that you and all your people will die." Nemo, and I'm sorry your girls are causing chaos. I apologize. Nemo got up early the next morning and quickly called all his servants together. When he told them what had happened, his men were terrified. Then Nemo called for Abraham. It's nice having a bunch of Nemos in the Bible, right? Ah, sorry, I think it's funny. I hope you understand, Lord, and you don't take offense to this. I hope you understand. Okay, "What have you done to us?" he demanded. "What crime have I committed that deserves treatment like this, making me and my kingdom guilty of this great sin?" So what he's upset with is he is literally like this king, right? He took Sarah in as his wife, thinking that Sarah was Abraham's sister. So he thought it was no big deal, right? Um, and then God tells him, "Hey, look, yo, don't touch her. She's already married. Like you can't, or I'm gonna unalive you." And he's like, "Whoa, I didn't know. I didn't know why. I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing." So then he says to Abraham, "Why did you do this to me? Why are you treating me this way? Like, what did I do to deserve this?" Right? That's awesome, Jasmine. That's awesome. I am not good at any of those things. So that's awesome that you can do all that. So he says, "What have you done to us? Why? Why are you doing this to me?" Right? Ah, I got a flash goal, guys. If you guys haven't gone up and voted for me in Community Fest, I would really, really love it if you would. And I need to actually look and see what I need to put on. So I think this is one. Is this a... No, that's not. This is... Okay. I have to do that for 25 minutes. Okay, Snowball. I'm sorry, dude. You're going to be muted. This is a Christian room. We don't do this, okay? You can hang out and listen, but I'm going to mute you. All right, moving on. So, what crime have I committed to deserves treatment like this, making me and my kingdom guilty of this great sin? No one should ever do what you have done. Whatever possessed you to do such a thing? He's like, why? Why did you do this to me? Like, why did I deserve this, right? Abraham replied, I thought this is a godless place that will want my wife and will kill me to get her. And she really is my sister, for we both had the same father, but different mothers. And I married her. When God called me to leave my father's home and to travel from place to place, I told her, do me a favor, wherever we go, tell the people that I am your brother. So he was trying to save he was trying to save his wife. He didn't want anybody to kill her or to kill him to get her, you know? And I get that. It's not right to lie, but I get that. Then Nemo took some of his sheep and goats, cattle, and male and female servants, and he presented them to Abraham. He also returned his wife Sarah to him. Then Nemo said, look over my land and choose any place where you would like to live. And he said to Sarah, look, I am giving you your brother 1,000 pieces of silver in the presence of all these witnesses. This is to compensate you for any wrong I have made done to you. This will settle any claim against me, and your reputation is cleared. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Nemo, his wife, and his female servants, so they could have children. For the Lord had caused all the women to be infertile because of what had happened with Abram's wife, Sarah. So he returned Sarah. He gave Abraham, look, here's 1,000 pieces of silver. Go find a piece of land that you want. Here's some goats. Here's some servants. I'm sorry for anything that I did. Get away. Essentially, is what he said, right? He's like, go, take it, go, right? And then he's like, he ended up getting married, and God gave him sons. So that's really, really cool. So let's see if there's a breakdown. So she is my sister. As he had done when he went down to Egypt, Abraham failed to trust God with his wife's situation, risking God's plan for her. But God touched the hearts of men in order to protect Sarah's purpose as the mother of the covenant people. At times, God will give his grace to help his normally faithful followers escape situations that can occur when they temporarily lack faith and obedience. Isn't that awesome, guys? Don't we have such a good father? Like, at times, he will give us grace when we don't fully have faith in him and fully trust him. How good is that, right? That feels pretty good. I think that feels pretty good. I like it. He's a good father, right? I love it. All right, so moving on to the birth of Isaac. So, the birth of Isaac, the Lord kept his word and did for Sarah exactly what he had promised. She became pregnant and she gave birth to a son for Abraham in his old age. This happened at just the time God had said it would. And Abraham named their son Isaac. 8 days after Isaac, I looked away, sorry. 8 days. See, this is why I use this to keep track of the lines now. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Like, it's hard for me to keep track of where I'm reading in the Bible, so I have to, like, do this and, like, go down the lines so I don't lose where I'm at. I think I need to get reading glasses. Anyways. Okay. 8 days after Isaac was born, Abraham circumcised him as God had commanded. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born. And Sarah declared, God has brought me laughter. Oh, I love that. Isn't that such a good part? So God him, gave her Isaac. And 8 days later, she says, God has brought me laughter. If that isn't a mother comment right there, I don't know what is, right? That's so good. That's so good. I love that. All who hear about this will laugh with me. Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse a baby? Yet I have given Abraham a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael was sent away. So when Isaac grew up and was about to be weaned, Abraham prepared a huge feast to celebrate the occasion. But Sarah saw Ishmael, the son of Abraham, and her Egyptian servant Hagar making fun of her son Isaac. So she turned to Abraham and demanded, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son. He is not going to share the inheritance with my son Isaac. I won't have it." This upset Abraham very much because Ishmael was his son. But God told Abraham, "Do not be upset over this boy and your servant. Do whatever Sarah tells you, for Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. But I will also make a nation of your descendants of Hagar's son, because he is your son too." So he's like, look, yes, let's send him away. And, but I'm still going to be making descendants out of Isaac and out of Ishmael. Good morning, Bless. How are you, sweet sister? Hopefully I hear back from her today. If not, I think I'm going to reach out to her supervisor because it's been a week today since I messaged her. So just letting you know, like, blessed. Guys, I've had to mute 3 people today. Good morning, Jimmy. You are welcome to stay in here and sit, but I'm not going to tolerate being mean, okay? You can listen, you can hang out, but we're not going to say mean words. I had to meet 3 people today, guys. 3 people already. Anyways. Yeah, I am. I think I have her supervisor too. Because maybe she's sick. Maybe she's on vacation. I don't know. But normally it only takes her like a few days to get back to me, not a week. And today's a week. That's crazy. What if it was something really serious and one of my people really needed something, a big deal, like a big help, That's not good. So, okay, so Abraham got up early the next morning, prepared food and a container of water, and strapped him. Thank you, Xander. And strapped them on Hagar's shoulders. Then he sent her away with their son, and she wandered aimlessly in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water was gone, she put the boy in the shade of a bush. Then she sat down. She went and sat down by herself about 100 yards away. "I don't want to watch the boy die," she said as she burst into tears. But God saw the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven. "Hagar, what's wrong? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Go to him and comfort him, for I will make a great nation from his descendants." So again, no, I don't think these are bots. I don't think these are bots. I think these are just hateful people. Again though, like they reference God as the angel of heaven. Do you guys see that? It's kind of interesting. Then God opened Hagar's eyes, and she saw a well full of water. She quickly filled her water container and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy as he grew up in the wilderness. He became a skillful archer, and he settled in the wilderness of Paran. His mother arranged for him to marry a woman from the land of Egypt. Abraham's covenant with somebody I can't say the name. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Good morning, Blue Collar. How are you, girl? Okay, so good morning. Okay. How are you? I am doing good. We're reading the Bible this morning. We're in Genesis 21 is where we're at right now. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I just arrived at work, but I'm the only one here. Ooh, fun stuff. Fun stuff. I have to go to work in like 30 minutes. Yeah. That was really loud. All right. So let's continue on. It's good to see you, girl. You guys make sure you guys are connecting with everybody that's up here. These are all really, really good people and all really, really good friends. So make sure you guys say hi to them and connect with them if you don't already know them. So let's read the breakdown of when Isaac was born. So Isaac, the son of promise, was finally born to Abraham and Sarah through Isaac. Through Isaac, God would continue the covenant he made with Abraham. 25 years passed before God's promise of this child was fulfilled. The Lord is good to those who depend on him. In his own perfect time and way, God always fulfills his promises. So It took 25 years before. Good morning, Zareth. How are you? 25 years before God fulfilled the promise that he had given Abraham for Isaac, right? Hey, you know what? Kimberly, I take that as a compliment. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Okay, so Abraham's covenant with Nemo, because I don't know how to say Nemo's name, remember? Yes, waiting does yield the best fruit sometimes. Exactly. Good morning, Sarah. If you can come up, girl. Sarah, you never told me if you're a girl or a guy, though. I'm just saying.
How do you spell it?
Oh, it's Abimelech.
Abimelech.
Yeah. I don't know. So what I've made this joke because I made this video the other day of it's Dory in the background saying, you know, or it says his son Nemo, or he says Fabio or Chico or Harpo, and she couldn't remember Nemo's name basically. She's like saying all the other names, and I made a video with it, which was hilarious. And so now like I told everybody if I don't know a word, I'm just gonna say Nemo, or we're gonna say Fabio, or one of the other ones. I'll attempt to say it once, and then after that, we're just saying a random word. Kimberly, you are welcome to leave. You don't have to be here. I'm not making you stay, and I'm not pushing my religion on anybody. I didn't force you to come in the room, sweetie. So you are free to go. You are free to go. Yep. All right. So about this time, Fabio, we'll say Fabio. No, we've been calling him Nemo, so we'll go with Nemo. That one that she tried to say for me came with Fabio. Okay, another one. His army commander, it was his army commander to visit Abraham. God is obviously with you, helping you in everything you do. Nemo said, swear to me in God's name that you will never deceive me, my children, or any of my descendants. I have been loyal to you, so now swear that you will be loyal to me and to this country where you are living as a foreigner. Abraham replied, yes, I swear it. Like, duh, I have nothing against you, right? No, I'm reading the Bible, not tarot cards. Abraham replied, yes, I swear to it. Then Abraham complained to Nemo about a well that his servants had taken by force from Abraham's servants. This is the first I've heard of it. I have no idea who's responsible. You have never complained about this before. Abraham then gave some of his sheep, goats, and cattle to him. So, going back to the part where God heard Hagar and Ishmael in the wilderness, it says, but God heard. God knew it was best for Hagar and Ishmael to leave, yet God continued to be with and care for them. Ishmael received a promise from God that was similar to that given to Isaac. God's plan was to make a great nation from his descendants. So God knew what he was up to, and God knew what his plans were. You know, Jeremiah 29:11 says he knows the plans for us, and you know, and they're always for our good, right? So then moving on. So he gave some of his sheep, goats, and cattle to him, and they made a treaty. But Abraham, who took 7 additional female lambs and sent them off by themselves. Oh, sorry. But Abraham also took 7 additional female lambs and sent them off by themselves. Nemo asked, why have you set these 7 apart from the others? Abraham replied, please accept these 7 lambs to show your agreement that I dug this well. Then he named the place Beersheba, which means well of the oath, because that was where they had sworn the oath. After making their covenant at Beersheba, Nemo left with Fabio, the commander of his army, and they returned home to the land of the Philistines. Then Abraham planted a tamarisk tree at Beersheba, and there he worshiped the Lord, the eternal God. And Abraham lived as a foreigner in Philistine country for a long time. So now we're on chapter 22. All right, so bye, Jasmine. Thank you for coming in, girl. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Kimberly, I'll pray for you, girl. All right, sorry guys. I'm reading the YouTube comments as well. If you guys are over here, I don't ever use the word judge or hate, Kimberly. I've never ever said, well, not never ever. I have said that I hate somebody, but that's the world. That's not God. God does not say to hate anybody. That's not the Bible. So I think maybe you being here is a good thing. Maybe you can hear the Bible in a different perspective than what you've heard before. Because maybe you've been taught wrong. Or maybe you've heard wrong. Yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to help. So if you guys are over here on TikTok, can you guys do me a giant favor? Can you drop me a couple comments? You can just use the stickers. You don't have to use, anything fancy or whatever. Just use stickers is fine. I'm going to try to love on you guys a little bit more. If you guys don't know, I have started a giveaway a different way this time. Whoever is the top 10 people, no, top 5 people in my, I'm gonna say top 5 people. The top 5 people in this week that has gifted me this week gets put in a drawing for a giveaway. So I still owe you guys for last month's giveaway though. All right, God likes everything. What's your question? What's your question? Yeah, we don't usually judge and hate. We follow the word to lead others to Christ,
Hey,
right?
Jen,
I-
that post on your YouTube
I
that
know.
says God likes everything.
Yeah.
He wants you to go with the other way.
He wants me to go what?
Tarot.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I tell him, no, that's not allowed.
Yeah, I know.
We don't go with that.
I know. I'm just ignoring it. I think that one's just trying to do stuff. Oh my gosh. Whatever. Okay, moving on. ICAM, that's extremely inappropriate and not something we talk about in this room. So if you want to stay here, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can go, okay? Yes, exactly, child of God. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I forgot to give you an update.
What's that? What's your update?
I finished BK Cross.
Ooh, cool. How did it turn out?
I'm gonna have to I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out.
Good, good. I'm glad. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. I know you were excited about that, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's very insistent on paying me though, which I told him it's a gift, so it's not meant for payment.
I know. That's sweet. Hey. Good morning. All right, I'm about to jump over to YouTube. Like, what Hinge comments are you getting? Tanya, go look, girl. It's crazy. I just had somebody tell me to whip it out, so there you go. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. All right, Abraham's faith tested. So this is a good part. Abraham's faith tested, okay? Sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. Abraham. I just imagine Abraham, like this big deep voice, right? Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Yes, he replied. Here I am. He's like, hello, I'm here. I'm here. Like, what is going on? Why is everybody yelling at me? Anyways, yes, he replied, here I am. Take your son, your only son, yes, Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. Moriah. I think that's it. Moriah. Moriah. I think we're gonna go with that. Go and sacrifice him as a burnt offering. This is my least favorite part, guys. Can I just tell you this? I'm gonna read through this quickly, and I'm gonna read through it with the unhappiness that I like about this part of the Bible. My least favorite part of the Bible, my least favorite Bible story. And it's the part I think that when I get to heaven, I'm gonna yell at God for making us read this, probably. Just saying. Okay, so we're gonna read it, and I'm gonna get through it quickly, and I'm gonna be done because I don't want to talk about it. Okay, he said, yes, here I am. Take your son, your only son, yes, Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. Go and sacrifice him as a burnt offering on one of the mountains, which I will show you. The next morning, Abraham got up early. He saddled his donkey and took 2 of his servants with him, along with his son Isaac. Then he chopped wood for a fire for a burnt offering and set out for the place God had told him about. On the third day of their journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. Stay here with the donkey, Abraham told the servants. The boy and I will travel a little further. We will worship there, and then we will come right back. So Abraham placed the wood for the burnt offering on Isaac's shoulders, while he himself carried the fire and the knife. Let me point this out, the idolatry in this, okay? So, or not idolatry, I can't think of the word. The comparison, okay? I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. So he had Isaac carry the wood on his back, right? Isaac is supposed to be the offering, the uh the sacrifice. And he had Isaac carry the wood on his back, like Jesus carried the wood on his back, right? Just showing that. So Abraham placed the wood for the burnt offering on Isaac's shoulders, while he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the two of them walked on together, Isaac turned to Abraham and said, Father. Yes, my son, Abraham replied. We have the fire and the wood, the boy said, but where is the sheep for the burnt offering? God will provide a sheep for the burnt offering, my son, Abraham answered, and they both walked on together. When they arrived at the place where God had told him to go, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood on it. Then he tied his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. And Abraham picked up the knife to unalive his son as a sacrifice. At that moment, the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven, Abraham, Abraham. Yes, Abraham replied, Here I am. Don't lay a hand on the boy, the angel said. Do not hurt him in any way. For now I know that you truly fear God. You have not withheld from me even your son, your only son. Then Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught by his horns in a thicket. So he took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering in place of his son. Abraham named the place Yahweh Yireh, which means the Lord will provide. To this day, people still use that name as a proverb. On the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. This is my very, very, very least favorite part of the Bible. So, okay, where are we at? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will, child of God. I'll get you back. Here, I can probably do it now. I can't, but I will get you. Let me see. Actually, I might be able to. There we go. There, I got it. Okay, I got you. Thank you for reading, speaking love for all to hear. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. Read Samuel 3:14. Read, yeah, okay. Happy. Okay, moving on. All right, I caught up with all the things. Do you know that Israel recognizes gay marriage? Now you do. Love that, burping fan. Thank you for coming in here. I actually don't recognize it. I actually grew up in a home with a lesbian, and God showed me otherwise. So, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, moving on. So this is my least favorite story of the Bible. If you guys can't figure out why, it's because I've had six miscarriages, and the idea of having to put my child on an altar to sacrifice is just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking for me to imagine having to do that. And I know God did it to test Abraham's faith. I know there was a reason for it. And I know that God didn't plan on Abraham doing it. But it breaks my heart for Abraham that he had to make that choice, that he had to do it, that he had to put his child on there with the idea of doing that, it just breaks my heart. So okay. Okay. So moving on. I am reading what I'm in a Bible plan right now. Okay, Kimberly. I don't have time. I have like 8 minutes until I gotta leave. So I don't have time to go picking through the Bible and explaining other verses. But tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, Monday morning, if you come back, we can make a plan to go through those verses if you would like, and I can help you go through them and understand. I just don't have time this morning. I have to leave in a few minutes to go to work, and I got to finish the part that we're on for the Bible plan. All right, so then the angel of the Lord called again to Abraham from heaven. This is what the Lord says, because you have obeyed me and have not withheld even your son, your only son. I swear by my own name that I will certainly bless you. I will multiply your descendants beyond number, like the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will conquer the cities of their enemies, and through all your descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed, all because you have obeyed me. Then they returned to the servants and traveled back to Beersheba, where Abraham continued to live. Soon after this, Abraham heard that Milcah, his brother Nahor's wife, I don't know. We're going to say Fabio and Harpo on those, okay? Fabio and Harpo had born Fabio's 8 sons. The oldest named Uz. The next oldest was Buzz, followed by Kemuel, the ancestor of the, oh my gosh, all these names, guys. Like Kazad, Hazo, Piladesh, Jadalf, and Bethuel. I don't know. A whole bunch of names, followed by these names, okay? In addition to these 8 sons from Fabio and Chico had 4 other children. I don't even know how to say all this. Okay, Milcah and Nahor had 4 other children from his concubine. I'm frazzled because of the names. It messes me up. All right, from his concubine, Romua. Their names were Teba, Gaham, Tasha, and I don't know, Maca, maybe. Holy moly, why did it have to end with a whole bunch of crazy names? Craziness, right? All right, so, okay, it talks about setting women on fire. Okay. Yeah, I don't have time to go through it, but maybe Monday we can go through them, okay? I would be more than happy to look those up and go through them and read them with you and try to help you understand them better. I just don't have time today. I would if I could, okay? Come back Monday and remind me, and we'll go through and we'll read them. I have no problem with it, honestly. I would love to go through them with you. I go to work at 7:30. It's almost 7, and I have to leave here by 7:15 to get to work by 7:30. So I usually try to end my live around 7. So that's about 4 minutes. So, okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's read through this terrible part of the Bible that I really, really don't like, but let's read the breakdown of it, you know. And it's not that that's a terrible part of the Bible, there's a reason for it. God had a reason. For me, it's just hard because of my life, because of losing the 6 children that I've lost. The idea of having to sacrifice my child is just, and I know that he didn't have to sacrifice his child. The point was to test his faith. And I get that. I really, really, truly do. It just breaks my heart to even think about what Abraham had to go through, and it just hurts me, you know, for Abraham, you know. I guess if that makes sense. I'm one of those people that can put myself in somebody else's position, and then it hurts me for them, you know. So God tested Abraham's faith. Abraham's faith and commitment to God were tested to the maximum when God commanded him to do something completely contrary to common sense and to his fatherly love. It went against what Abraham knew about God, including the promise that God had made about Isaac. In Abraham's story, we read about 3 extreme tests of faith. God told Abraham to leave his people and country without knowing where he was going. God required Abraham to trust the covenant promise, even though he did not see it fulfilled for 25 years. And God commanded that Abraham offer Isaac, the promised son, on an altar of sacrifice to the Lord. Like Abraham, all true believers in God will face difficult situations that test their faith. God commanded Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. Abraham's situation shows two ways that God deals with his followers. He will test them to see if anything or anyone has captured our highest love. Do you guys hear that? He will test them to see if anything or anyone has captured our highest love. Because our highest love is supposed to be him, right? That's good. That's good. I think I'm going to use that as a truth drop video. I'm writing that one down. Hold on a second. It's Genesis 22:2. Genesis 22:2 breakdown. That's good. That's a good message right there, right? All right, so let me catch up. I missed comments again. Okay. If you deep dive enough in the Bible, you realize the earth. So feel free to send me an email, and I would love to go through them with you and help you understand. Okay. Okay. Moving on. If I had time to go through all those and explain everything, I would. I just don't. I'm sorry, guys. So, he will test to see if anything or anyone has captured our highest love. Was Abraham's love for Isaac greater than his love for God? He will test whether our hope is in the God of the covenant or in the temporary blessings that come from the covenant. Abraham's hope in God and trust in his promises shifted to hope in something else, even to Isaac himself. Had Abraham's hope in God and trust in his promises shifted to hope in something else, even to Isaac himself. Through this test, God forced Abraham to face these questions and judge his own heart to see if he completely trusted and honored God. God did not really desire Isaac's physical death, but he did want to test Abraham's commitment. God later condemned human sacrifice as a terrible sin. So he's like, look, we're going to do this to test you, but we're not really going to make it a thing. Like, it's going to be contempt. It's going to be a no later, right? Yeah. Thank you guys for helping with the comments over there. All right, so the next part, the boy and I will travel.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, I was
You're good.
using being around power tools, so
You're good.
I'm in a slightly quieter position. I would like to say it's okay not knowing the words or the names, but I still highly encourage you to at least try.
Yeah.
Attempt.
Yeah, I do.
Ask the people in the comment section on how to pronounce names.
Yeah, a lot of times what I do is I actually go and look them up later. Just when I'm actually like live, I don't have the time to sit there and look each one up and listen to it. So I attempt to say it.
Fair.
Yeah. So I attempt to say it, and then I'm like, if I don't know it, we're gonna go with Nemo and Fabio the rest of the way because it's just too hard to try to attempt to say it every time. The only time I skip it, like, is usually when it's like so and so fathered this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, and then I just go, hey, it's like a whole bunch of names of people that they fathered. Moving on, like, because nobody's gonna remember that anyways. So
also for a little bit of a historical context, Isaac was already in his 30s when this happened. By the way, he's not a teenager.
I thought he was just a kid.
Showing depictions or movies or paintings, artworks, etc.
Wow, I thought he was just a kid. So
he's actually in his 30s. So the fact that he's strong enough to carry his own burden,
right,
and that it reflects a level of faith on him that he could easily fight Abraham. He's like over 100 years old. Like a 30-year-old man during that time would very easily beat him in an arm wrestle.
Right.
But the fact that he was willing to lay his life down also with the promise in mind, because Abraham knew he was promised descendants. And so ergo, the next logical conclusion would be is that he would have to resurrect him somehow.
Right.
And only one man should be resurrected for the atonement of sins.
Right.
And that is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So that is why he did not go through with Isaac, because he is not supposed to be the unblemished lamb.
Right.
Sacrificial lamb.
Right. And I like the fact
later
that
on in the story.
I like the comparison between, I didn't realize that when I first read it. I mean, I've read this part of the Bible years and years and years ago. When I first read that, I didn't know that.
Jesus are around the same age when they both walked up a mountain to sacrifice and lay down their lives for something greater.
See, and I didn't know that.
Roughly the same age.
I did not know that. I thought he was a kid or like a teenager. So that makes it a little bit less painful for me. Because he was an adult and he knew what was going on.
Every parent is shrieking inside their heart.
Yes, it's so terrible to think about that.
But he's an adult. He's been an adult for quite some time at this point.
Right. Okay. That makes it a little bit better.
Give you a little bit of a historical context.
Yeah, update. I did not know that. So that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Thankfully, I work at a Christian company, so nobody here is going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like Christian stuff, Bible. Yeah. I talk about it a lot. Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate you. All right. Welcome. Let's do a quick little prayer before we leave, and then we're going to get out of here for the day because I got to leave in about 10 minutes to get to work. Thank you, those that were helping me with the comments. I appreciate you. Yeah, unfortunately, when you go live like this on YouTube, you're gonna have a bunch of people come in and say a lot of things. Let me just tell you guys, the comments that I did read there on YouTube, I'll tell you this, okay? I'm not forcing my religion on anybody. I'm not asking that you have to believe, okay? Not at all. That is not what I'm here for. I'm not here to debate, what's right, what's wrong. I believe in the Bible. I believe that there's a Lord and Savior. I believe that there's heaven. I believe that there's hell. I believe that God sent his son to the earth to die on the cross for our sins to help save us so that we don't have to die in the fiery pit of hell. I believe those things. So that's my belief. And thankfully, we live in a free country and I'm allowed to share my belief. You are not required to stay here. And I'm not going to debate with you because I don't want to get in a debate because that's not what God put us on this earth for. He didn't ask me to go live on YouTube and TikTok to debate with other people and try to force them into believing it. That's not what he wants for you either. He doesn't want to force you into believing in him. He wants you to believe in him because you believe in him, not because somebody went, you have to believe. That's not what he wants. Can I add another thing to that? Yeah, sure. So, that part, but we are, yes, called to stand firm in the faith and, defend the faith that is scripturally backed up. Mm-hmm. However, it always give your reason for hope. Right. That is really our main thing rather than defense of the gospel. Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's it. So like I said, this is what I believe because this is what I have seen in my life. I have literally been through hell and back in my life, and I know he has pulled me out of it every single time. So I shouldn't be standing here talking if it wasn't for God. So, and it's not because I lack the intelligence. I seen that comment, and that was extremely hurtful. And again, it just shows right there why I don't debate, because I'm not throwing mean comments at you. I'm not being ugly to you. I'm not doing anything mean to you. But you are coming at me with hurtful comments, which tells me that you're on the defense because you're feeling convicted by what you're saying. So, it is what it is. I'm going to move on though. So I'm going to say prayer. I got to go. Some helpful commentary as well is that Jesus said, the persecution and hatred you'll receive from the world, they hated me first before they hated you. Yep. So just keep that in mind. Yep. I know. No big deal. I usually ignore the comments, but I decided today I wanted to say something. So, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move on. So, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for this time with you today. I just want to ask for a special prayer for everybody that was in the community today on TikTok and on YouTube, even the ones that were, saying that you weren't real, Lord. That just means that they need to have you presented in their life somehow, Lord. I ask that you just put somebody in front of them that helps them realize that the life that they are living is not the one that you have that you put them on this earth for. Lord, I just ask for prayers over them, prayers over the situations that are causing them to be in such hatred, for lack of better words, of you, Lord. You know what my heart is trying to say. I'm just not getting the words out correctly because your girl has not had any coffee yet this morning. Lord, I ask for special protection for those that are in my community. I ask that you just help keep their armor up, help keep them from temptations and from the attacks of the enemy today at work. It is Friday. We are one last day of work and then we are free for the weekend. And I thank you so much for everything that you do and provide for us on a daily basis. Um, just be with us throughout the day, Lord, and we're ready when you are. Come on back, Lord. I'm ready for it. Let's go. In Jesus' name, I pray these things. Amen. Thank you for the heart me. Hey, Jesse. I'm actually logging off, girl. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys you did today. I appreciate you. And I hope that you guys have an amazing and blessed day. And I will see you guys tonight at 5 p.m. for our Bible study. And then not tomorrow morning, Monday morning again for our Bible reading. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.